Hello Taurus, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. So Taurus, we're going to see what your story is today. This is pre-recorded, I'm on vacation. But I'm projecting this reading, I am projecting it into the week of July 21st for Taurus. July 21st for Taurus. But this is also relevant whenever you found the video and clicked on it. I even had some people go back to videos like a year later and watch it and say, oh my gosh, this is so relevant, because time is not linear and energy is very mutable. So let's see what we have. Taurus. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. Very good. I wanted 6 cards. Thank you. The Ace of Swords is at the bottom. Truth, clarity, understanding, finally knowing. You start your reading with yourself, the Hierophant and the 6 of Wands. So finding a victory here, finding victory, standing up tall, really understanding what your journey is here. It feels like, at least in the beginning of this story, like a really feeling grounded, really coming to terms with your own inner strength here. Coming to terms with your own inner strength. Then we have 2 5s, the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Wands. 5s are like, this is energy that needs to be changed at some point. So there's very much like a conflict, a struggle, the feeling of disappointment. This hasn't worked out. The 5 of Wands though, with this person, it's almost like you want to run back to the disappointment. You want to run back to what this was that didn't work out the way you thought it would. Because this person is trying to get themselves out of the struggle, out of the conflict, out of the competing feelings or energies that they're around. They're kind of turning around about here, but their energy is going back to this 5 of Cups. But the 5 of Cups, this is an interesting card because she holds a bowl. It's different from a lot of other tarot decks. She is holding a bowl and she is focusing on it. And I like to think, you see, there's another one behind her that can also be picked up, because the 5 of Cups is usually about having 3 cups in front of you. It's disappointment. It didn't work out the way you thought it would, the way you hoped it would, but there's 2 cups behind you that are waiting to be picked up. So there's still 2 cups there, but she's looking at 1 cup, and I feel like this is focusing on her cup, and she's seeing herself. She's seeing what she has to offer. She's seeing inside of herself much clearly than she has before in whatever this disappointment is. So perhaps feeling like before you proceed forward, you need to look in your cup. You need to really see yourself here. That maybe that's the internal struggle, is not having done that up to a point, and then reversing your mind's direction, your energetic direction, back into looking at your cup and what is in your cup. What do you want in your cup? What do you have to offer in your cup? Then we have the 10 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords. There has been so much 8 of Swords lately coming out in these readings. And it's really feeling kind of trapped, feeling like you don't have an option, like you're not sure which way you can go here. Something's being hidden. But you know, with this little card and the little hummingbird, it's kind of saying if you look for the little signs and the synchronicities, you'll be shown the way. Like, you will be shown the way. You're not completely trapped. There's always like a little light that's trying to call you out of the darkness. Not sure how to get to this stable, happy energy with the 10 of Pentacles. This stable, final energy. I'm going to clarify because it's really interesting. Like, started off with the Hierophant and the 6 of Wands. You sort of started off in this victory. This higher connection with self and with community, those around you. Perhaps it's 2 different elements of your life here. Because the Hierophant can be, you know, about the commitments that we have with others. That can be on an institutional level, it can be on a community level, on a partnership, and having victory in that. But then there's this other element here, which could even be home, could be personal, where there's this struggle. So the Hierophant, give us more information, give Taurus more information about the Hierophant. So the King of Cups has come out. There's an awful lot of feelings and emotions here, but they're being controlled. They're not being expressed. Why is this not being expressed? Why is this not being expressed? Wow. There's someone here that you've like very, very strongly attracted to. Very, very strongly attracted to. I kind of asked, why is it not being expressed? With the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, those are two very attractive cards. The only thing that's missing in that lineup is like the Empress. Just in terms of like just physical beauty. Someone that you find like, wow, this is so beautiful. So I don't know if you're trying to ground yourself in these feelings or this energy. Let's see what the Six of Wands is, because you are looking or seeing some sort of victory here. And again, it is feeling a little bit like, maybe this is, let me see. The Queen of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Two of Swords. I think you're trying to figure out how to get victory here. If there's a lot of feelings and emotions, you're not really sure how to express them. You're almost, I want to say, somewhat overwhelmed by the feelings and emotions, so it's easier just to keep them under control and not bring them out. And not bring them out? Because you want victory, but you're seeing here that both these energies, there's two counterpart energies, the Queen and King of Swords, are sitting with this Nine of Wands between them. It's just like really tired, really exhausted, and it's kind of coming down to just very direct conversation. There's no feeling, there's no emotion. I'm kind of trying to how to make a decision. You're really trying to figure out how to get victory in this situation. This feels very personal too, so some sort of a connection. Now your Five of Cups and your Five of Wands. The Five of Cups for Taurus, the Five of Cups for Taurus. The King of Pentacles. Interesting, there's a lot of kings here already. And the Emperor. Wow. I was just about to say, if you get one more king, you pretty much have Emperor energy. These two have an awful lot of responsibility. There's so much responsibility sitting behind those energies, it's not funny. It's a lot of 3D responsibility. So I have to say that this entire reading, it just feels like your energy, except for some of the clarifiers that are coming out for what you're dealing with or what's putting you in these feelings or emotions. So this Five of Cups, there's a disappointment here. There's something that feels like it didn't work out, but it's almost as if it can't because there's such heavy responsibility sitting behind this. Both of these have a lot of, there's a lot, and it kind of picks up what the energy of the Hierophant is. It's responsibility to community, responsibility to work, like it's everything around. So there is a lot here, like a lot rely on you, a lot of people rely on you or need you, and hence something has to be disappointing. With the Five of Wands, clarification of the Five of Wands. Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Four of Wands. right? Like you're trying to work this out. There's two truths here. Two truths. And with the High Priestess, it feels a little bit like intuitively knowing. It doesn't feel like it's being expressed. I really get that. Like it's not being expressed here because we have the King, Queen of Swords. They're not really going to express feelings and emotions. And then the King of Cups is going to withhold feelings and emotions. So it doesn't feel like that this is something that is expressed, but it feels like that it's something that sits within you. That there is some sort of a truth. What is it? Well, the truth is right here. The truth with the High Priestess and the Four of Wands. It could be someone that you're dealing with who is a Scorpio or a Pisces. I feel like you're sensing some sort of like energetic connection with someone. It feels like very much like energy. And with the Four of Wands, this is kind of like someone that if you could choose someone, you would choose this person, this energy. Very drawn to it, right? With this Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. But it feels very energetic. Like for some reason, it can't be expressed. And it's funny, the Devil is under there. And it seems like it's associated with these two energies. And to make it like a very simple explanation, let's say you're in a workplace and you can't date people in the same office. So you just can't do it. Like it's something as simple as that, but there's some sort of responsibility that you have to the whole place, but you can't do this because there's some sort of emotional disappointment. And look at the Devil is sitting under there. So the Ten of Pentacles, you see the Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. It's almost, you can't see how to get to this ending, to this higher level, wanting it, knowing it, sensing it. But with the Eight of Swords, it's kind of blocked on you. But this hummingbird is sitting here telling you to watch for the signs and synchronicities. There's some sort of light to pull you out. So what is the Ten of Swords to Taurus? The way that came out. The Ten of Swords to Taurus. Wow. The Three of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. So it is a happy place. Do you see how that shifted? Like or sort of the Ten of Swords. Wow, isn't that weird? It's calling that the Ten of Swords, but it's the Ten of Pentacles. It's like something needs to come to a dramatic end for this to happen. And what does that dramatic end bring in? For you, it's happiness, it's freedom, it's celebration. It's connecting with someone. And interesting that we have the Queen of Cups down at this end, and then you have the King of Cups down at this end. And this can be a transformation of energy. The King and Queen of Cups both have a lot of feelings and emotions, very intuitively connected, but the Queen of Cups is expressing that. She is expressing it. It's being mutually understood and appreciated in a connection, where the King of Cups, it's not, you don't really know. Someone could have a lot of feelings, but they just don't say, so you don't really know. So the Eight of Swords, it feels like this Eight of Swords card, that's the one that you're going to get some sort of advice. The truth though, right? This is the underline. This Eight of Swords is the underline for you. The Ace of Swords. This is the weirdest reading. This is the weirdest reading. The Eight of Swords. So the truth is I want to say part of the truth is that this is the Eight of Swords. That you can't move, you can't see. It's a clarify the Eight of Swords, and it's the Ten of Swords. What I was just saying a minute ago. There's got to be some sort of dramatic ending here. Something has to end for something to begin. I don't even need to pull cards anymore. I'm just going to let my mouth ramble on, and all of the information is going to come out ahead of time. So weird. The Two of Wands is at the bottom. Wanting to make this choice, wanting to have a choice, wanting to be able to go out and find the things that are for you. I'm going to go into my little fairy deck here and get a final message for Taurus. The message might come right out of my mouth before the card does. Ooh. Final message for Taurus. A final message for Taurus. Oh my gosh. Really? You're gonna make... You have friendship and stargazing. I'll hold them up and then I'm going to read to you what it says. Friendship and stargazing. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. Stargazing. When you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting, isn't it? Stargazing. Because it feels like you need something to know how to go through this. It's blocked by some sort of heavy responsibility. And perhaps even just like friendship in itself, because when we go out and we do other things that don't have to do with either a connection or relationship that we're feeling stuck in or trapped about, or even the heavy responsibility that can come in with work and obligations, that's the stuff that weighs us down and can prevent us from opening up our intuition and our connection and getting our messages. So it's almost like these are coming in a certain order here. Go out and have some fun. As safely as you can, right? And distancing as best as you can to do that. And then just after you've done that, oh shit, look it looks like the same person. Oh, this is really interesting. Okay, look at the fairy on the ground. And look at the, is it a woman or a fairy? It's another fairy. Standing and doing the stargazing, don't they look like the same person? And the two that are standing beside the person on the ground are the ones that are looking like they realize somebody needs to be cheered up here. They're kind of, you know, having your back, and you're reaching in, and then there's this little bird. So the way I'm saying you're reaching in, so it feels like you're the one down here, because this is your reading. You're the one down here, and then you're the one there. So almost having this support to clear your mind, this, even if it's not, you know, going out and having a good jovial old time, it's just being distracted by other people's conversations and thoughts and what's going on with them to give you some sort of grounding and focus. Because then that enables you to go into looking at stargazing or moon gazing with a clearer energy that's had some heaviness removed from it. So there you go. I'm curious what's at the bottom. Hidden depths. Something hidden is about to come to light. Perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. There's a lot of feelings and emotions that are definitely hidden here, for sure. And that can be, that can weigh you down as well. So there's the answer. And that's it. All right, Taurus. I'm probably out on my sea-doo right now, or maybe I'm canoeing. I figured I'm going to do like all the quiet stuff in the morning. I'm going to do, yeah, because I'm on vacation up north. So I'm going to do canoeing and kayaking, some fishing, and just sitting on the dock. And then we'll do the sea-doo stuff. Yeah, later in the day. So maybe, I don't know. I don't know, I'm so excited. All right, Taurus, I hope you found that helpful. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.